Howdy, friends. Welcome back to Pastor Kevin and Friends. I brought with me a balloon. You like balloons? I like balloons too. And it's amazing the things that you can make with them, or even the stories you can tell. Let me put some air in this. Oops. That ought to be enough. Now, once upon a time in the Bible, there was a man. And this man, his name was Jonah. Well, Jonah thought that he could not do exactly what he was told. God told him to go to a town called Nineveh. And he thought, maybe if I get on a boat and go the opposite direction, God won't see where I've gone. Maybe I can get away without doing what God said for me to do. So he goes down and he gets on a boat going to a city called Tarshish, opposite direction of where God told him to go. So Jonah is in the boat, and all of a sudden the boat started getting some terrible waves. It was terrible. In fact, everybody on the ship was getting seasick, and they were used to being at sea, but it wasn't too good. Well, finally Jonah says, hey, the problem is me. I have done something that God did not approve of. So he said, throw me overboard, and maybe that will help. So they threw him out of the boat, and if you heard the story, a great fish came and swallowed Jonah. Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days. You would think that would be a terrible place. It was. He thought he was going to die. He thought he would never see the light of day again. But in the belly of that fish, he began to pray. And he said, God, I have sinned against you. I did wrong. Please forgive me. Well, after 3 days, guess what happened? Jonah went someplace out of my hands. Oh, it's over there. But anyway, the great fish spit him out. Jonah went and preached to the people of Nineveh, and they came to know God as the one true God. They turned away from their wicked ways and started doing what God told them to do. Well, you know what? That's like us. We can be like Jonah and not do what we were supposed to do. Now, I don't think a great fish is going to come and swallow us. We don't live very close to any water, but it could happen. God could cause something to happen. Not that he's mean or anything, but he wants us to walk in obedience to him. Obedience is doing what I'm told, when I'm told, with the right heart attitude. And when we walk in obedience to God, what happens is we get wisdom. In fact, the Bible tells us in Proverbs 9, verse 10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So what is the fear of the Lord? But to love what God loves and hate what God hates and obey what God has to say for us. So let's not get popped, and let's do what God says to do and obey him with a happy heart. Thanks, friends.